Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 192. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Striz, what's up, y'all?
We back in the building. For another weekend in sports, you know what I'm saying? Another Tuesday tradition so we can kind of break down everything that's going on and, of course, talk about our favorite teams with some SLAC family. So do want to say, as you're coming in, don't be afraid to hit that like button, make some comments, engage with us. We love having you guys as a part of the show, and we want your opinions too. So, don't be afraid to participate in that manner. And also, we love to do a quick check-in. So, Strizzy, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, dog. I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Everything's lovely, feeling like this is a fresh week, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just excited to get to it, lots of stuff to talk about. So,
heck yeah.
We got Pops on the show already. Good evening, Pops. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And definitely want to get your thoughts on some different things as well. But let's go ahead and round out the panel too. We got to bring a very special member to the show, and that is Matt Marcus himself. What's good?
What's up? Hey man, that intro song, dog, is that new? Like you brought back the all it needed was like a Nate Dogg backgrounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe we'll remix it. It's license free. It's a YouTube one, so you know what I'm saying, to make sure we can avoid copyright strikes and stuff like that. So, but you know what I'm saying, maybe we can do a little remix.
Y'all feeling good though?
Yeah, doing good. How are you? How was your weekend?
It's going good, man. What's up, Pops? Hey, he ain't on here yet. Before I forget, though, I opened the pack. You gave me the cards.
Oh yeah.
Gave me some dope. He gave me some Akeem Elijah ones. Some David Robinson. So I'm gonna wait till you get them. But if I forget, I wanted to kind of say thank you for that.
Got you.
They're super dope.
Yes, we'll remind him. Yeah, Unc with another care package that he had sent this way. So that's what's up. And there he is himself. Yes. Hello, Unc.
Oh, what's up? So Unc, I was telling him, thank you so much for the cards, man. Those cards are super dope. The David Robinson, the Akeem Elijah one, the Jordan Dolphins, super dope, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Definitely appreciate him on that hookup. We also got Anthony Weston in the building. What it do? Anthony Weston, I know you're always suited and looking very nice, but is that a new profile pic? Is that a new one? I think it is. Looking very good though, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is almost like a campaign, you know what I'm saying? This is like a politician look, you know what I'm saying? Very sharp, you know what I'm saying? Very clean. So that's what's up. But yeah, definitely want to talk to Ant in a little bit to feel how he did about the see how he feels about the draft. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get into it, our normal topics. And then of course we got NBA playoffs we're gonna get into just after that. And Strizzy's team in action again, right, today? So
yeah, they're playing right now.
We'll be doing a live check-in in just a second for that. So that's what's up. So let's go ahead and get into our first topic of the week. Strizzy, what's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, so NFL Talk, we got to start with Lamar Jackson. So the draft was the big news of the weekend, but right before the draft, we found out about Lamar Jackson inking his record-setting contract extension. He is now, so quickly, right? We just talked about Jalen Hurts last week. He is now, Lamar Jackson, the highest-paid NFL player ever in terms of annual salary. He's going to make basically $52 million a year for the next 5 years. And also acting as his own agent, he gets to save that fee, of course. So that's that's less that he has to share with other people. So just wanted to take a second to kind of give a round of applause from Lamar Jackson. It didn't seem like they might be able to get together, because the Ravens were just kind of moving kind of shady. So Strizzy, I'm gonna let you go first on this though. How do you feel about Lamar's big contract?
It's about time. You know what? I think the bottom line for this is I think Lamar kind of finally understood. And it probably happened when Jalen got his paycheck that the Browns, payout to Watson was an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to happen.
Guaranteed money. Yeah,
exactly. It's not going to happen again. And honestly, that was really stupid of the Browns to pay him the way they did. Honestly, it was really dumb. Honestly. So I think after Jalen got his money, I think he kind of settled down a little bit. It's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and secure this bag. You know what I mean? And get my money, and so we can move forward. So smart on him and extremely smart on the Ravens. I'm glad they were able to get it done.
Most definitely. Marcus, before you jump in, I do want to welcome Kelly to the show. Happy Tuesday. And also Grace, she says hello, everyone, and happy May. I can't believe that it's already May. We're just flying right through 2023. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy. We'll be right back to football. But Anthony Weston says good contract for him. Unc says crazy money. Marcus, what do you say? Uh-oh. I think we lost Marcus.
No, he's there. Oh wait, never mind.
Can't hear you though. No.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't know what happened. We had you right now.
I know.
We'll have to work on that. I'll throw my thoughts in real quick. I do think it's crazy money, but I I am happy for him. My only thing is now, okay, you got the payday. You got to stay healthy. Let's see what you can really do with this Ravens team. You know the defense is always going to be stout. You know the running game is always going to be decent. You know, I want to see him take that next step, go deep in the playoffs type of thing.
Yeah.
Marcus?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, that was weird. We just had you too.
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to win a professional mic, but I guess it ain't working. But no, I was gonna say I'm very surprised that it went through because I was like they signed everybody else and they got Odell, the linebacker from the Bears. They started giving him money. I was like, they ain't gonna pay him, you know.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah, so I was very surprised. No, I even watched the clip when he was talking. I was like, see, he about to be out of there, and then at the end he got his money. So I'm very happy about it. I think this gonna help other players maybe think about only the agent either. I'm gonna use my family. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the family. You know, so maybe it might be kind of hard, but it might be worth it towards the end. So, but you think about it too. I thought about it like it's Lamar Jackson. They gotta pay this dude. You know what I'm saying? So they made it happen. So you know.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying. They were in a position where they couldn't let him walk for nothing. And the trade thing, they weren't going to get fair value out of that either to be able to go forward. So it makes sense to pay him. And also in a little bit, in the long run, you know, that won't be too much, even though it sounds crazy right now, because a year down the line, 2 years down the line, you know, Herbert, Burrow, there's going to be a new highest paid player, you know, pretty soon, especially with the way the cap keeps going up. So Anthony Weston says hope people stop demonizing agents. The great ones do more than negotiate a contract. Look at Nicole Lynn for Jalen. And definitely we don't want to demonize agents at all because, Anthony, we know you're going to be an agent. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be having us tied in on that side of things. So we want you to do your thing out there. And, no, we definitely think, you know, agents do a lot. But just that fee that he was able to save for himself, that's the cool thing. So also want to welcome Stephanie Washington to the show. Hey. Welcome back. Appreciate you being here.
I'm like, yo, does Ant only recognize athletes? I'm gonna be the agent soon, you know what I'm saying? Like so I'm gonna be the agent real soon.
There you go. Maybe you can be on the team too. So that's what's up. He's talking about Patrick Mahomes. One Pop says agree 100%. They have added wide receivers their choice now. Stay healthy and get to work. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I am excited for him to have a big year though, hopefully. I would hate to see him slide back, you know what I'm saying, at this point. I want to see the best. So couple other quick NFL points. Jordan Love getting a contract extension, so he's going to be secure for at least the next 2 years because he was going into the final year of his rookie deal. So this is another guy I'm really rooting for, low key. Like I want him to do well at Green Bay or at least decent. You know, take them back to the playoffs. I would love to see that.
I've never seen him play before, so I'm excited to see him play too. So
he's like I think he started one game year before last, right? Not even this past year. So he hasn't really played a lot of meaningful football, but hopefully that time sitting, he's learned something. He's ready to go. So
better, no excuse.
Exactly, no excuses at this point. Or we see how quickly teams give up on guys. So, and speaking of giving up on guys, not totally giving up on, but the Chiefs declined the 5th-year option on Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and they also picked up, or bringing back Jerick McKinnon for another year. I was interesting to see what Ant thought about this one though. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, when he was first drafted, it was like, oh, this is going to be the perfect like little weapon, but hasn't even really panned out like that. The rookie from last year, actually, I feel like has been more productive for them.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Run, so
when we did the Super Bowl.
Right. I mean, he's the one that really made things happen, but we'll see. I don't know. You guys have any thoughts on the Chiefs running back situation? This is only the other few things that have happened.
Yeah, but he did great though his first year though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But
I remember on fantasy, everybody was trying to pick him up. Everybody wanted him. You know what I'm saying? I remember that his rookie year.
Right.
Maybe injuries. Did he get a ring the first time they got a ring? Did he get one? Or no?
I think he was a rookie. I think he did win.
I don't know for sure, but
yeah. Anthony says glad Jerick McKinnon is back. Edwards-Helaire can't stay healthy so far. So I guess that's what it is. So and yeah, Pacheco, that's the thing. Like he's the man. He came on strong last year.
He played well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unk has some comments about the draft, and that's our next thing that we definitely want to talk about is the draft. Of course, seeing the guys go to their new homes. There was some interesting moves, but Strizzy, I want to get your thoughts on Bryce Young going number 1, and then any surprises you guys kind of had from the draft.
I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, like with Bryce Young, I think like my only hiccup is just his body, right? And that's like the only thing. And it's not even so much his play, because for me, I feel like the leadership as well. He's won at every level. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's got a great head on his shoulders, and I'm praying that he's just as good in the pros as he was, in college and in high school. I just worry about his body size. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at guys like Tua, also a lot of those smaller dudes who one sack, man, and they're down, they're out for a little while. So I worry about his body. Hopefully he put on a little bit of weight. You know what I mean? Not just his height, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about his height. He's been small his whole life, you know what I'm saying? But just his body size. Like, he's a small dude. So I think they have him like 5'10", 204. Like, ain't no way that dude's 204. That's that weight they put on you, just to like kind of make you look heavier. No, he ain't no way he's 204. But I am excited about it. I'm excited about the wide receiver we got at Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? If he's anything like DK Metcalf or AJ Brown, we got a still there.
Mm-hmm.
I think draft wise, I think the Carolina Panthers had a very, very solid draft, and excited with the coaching staff. So don't want to get my hopes too up, but I'm at least excited for next season. So I'm glad draft went really well.
I feel that. Unk says Texans very aggressive. I hope they have a productive year. I hope so too for D'Amico Ryans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And them moving back in and basically getting 2 out of the best 3 players in the draft. Yep. Getting Stroud at number 2 and then trading back up to get Anderson at number 3. I think that was pretty legit.
You think that was too aggressive? Did they could have got Anderson somewhere else though?
I don't know. I don't know how far he was going to fall because I wanted to talk about Carter. He fell all the way to 9. I feel like the way the teams were letting him fall, Anderson wouldn't have stayed around too much longer, honestly.
But did Carter really fall, or was that all set up like that? Because
I don't know. I think he did fall.
You think? Okay.
Because he was projected as potentially a number 1 pick at the end of before a lot of different things happened during the offseason, right? And then he ended up going at number 9. I think he fell.
Well, I agree with you about falling. But what I mean is, I think he was happy that he went 9. I think he could have went way down, or maybe the second round because of the situation. So he did fall, but I think he got a great situation when he went to, and he's still top 10. He went to a great team. He gonna play right away. He with people he's familiar with. They Super Bowl NC champs. So like I think it worked out perfect for him. I think
for sure,
because going too early, you go into a rebuilding team. Now you win 9, you go into NFC Championship team with people and you're gonna play well there. So
Ryan, yeah, most definitely. I want to welcome Moms to the show. Hello, Moms. Thanks for checking in with us. Definitely let us know your thoughts on the draft. But yeah, no, I think that the Eagles did do well. Pop says Eagles won the draft if you include the trade for Swift.
They did.
Cowboys had excellent draft. Hate Eagles. Yeah, and they did grab DeAndre Swift for a 4th round pick, and then they ended up taking 3 players out of Georgia as well. So it's like, man, I don't like these guys.
Not to mention the ones they already have on and they still have Hassan. They have Hassan.
You gotta go against your guys. That's your guys. You kind of watch them puppies. Now you gotta hate them now because they.
I know. I usually root for all Georgia players by rule for sure. I'm following them when they get to the pros and rooting for them to do well and represent the school and everything. Now it's like, man, half of them are on the Eagles. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Was Carter the last dog we got that was decent?
Yeah, basically, which is sad, that it's been that long. It's like, and we got to have a Georgia player eventually. I think that's what was going to get us over the hump of winning Super Bowls. We got to have a Georgia player on the roster, Yeah. I think that's going to make the difference. But
before Quincy Carter, it was Herschel Walker,
right? Yeah, exactly. But Herschel helped. You know what I'm saying? We traded him for everything to bring us back. You know what I'm saying? So that worked out well. But Anthony Weston says Philadelphia Bulldogs. But yeah, I know. It's like, dang, I don't want to root for him like that. I can't. Unk says Levis plummeted. He did not go first round. He was projected as high as 4 some places, but he ended up going into the second round. But
Some people say he was like a what's the name, like he first got used. They never was gonna use him to go top pick. They tried to design. It was like a design, like they
like a distraction or whatever. Like
yeah, that's what they said. Like they kind of played him pretty much.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know that much, I still feel bad for any guy who wait that long, and you see your family looking like it's okay, and you try to keep a straight face, but the cameras are on you the whole time. It's like, man, I feel bad for the kid, man. You know, so
especially when you're like the last one left in the room, you're like, all right, like now I'm just over here. The players were iced out though. I do want to give a shout out to Earthly. He commented right at the end of last week's show, and he was saying about how the players are going to be all iced out with their NIL deals, and they definitely were. Most everybody had the diamonds rocking already, but I'm like, it's cool to see them get their money though, you know what I'm saying, or at least have a chance to make some money.
For real.
Because they definitely deserve it, and NCAA has been making money off them for way too long. So I like that. Anthony Weston says he thinks the Cardinals sneakily won the draft. They have potential to have top two picks. They did pretty good. I was trying to remember the tackle they got was really good value, but I don't know. Maybe the Cardinals are changing their stripes, but I just don't trust them. You know what I'm saying, to know what they're really doing. But we'll see. Unk says how many Georgia players got drafted. I think it was 7, and then a couple more got signed as free agents afterwards, but I'll have to go check. But there was a really cool like graphic on Instagram, and it shows a picture from Georgia playing Michigan last year, not this year's playoff, but last year's playoff, and it has a circle, and every single player on the field has been drafted since then. And then there was 2 reserves from that team that have also been drafted so early, that were on that team but just weren't on the field at the time. I'm like, that's crazy that you put everybody in the NFL basically.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. That was all I had too much about the draft, but I did want to say a couple other things real quick. Bijan Robinson going high, and actually 2 running backs being drafted. But your thoughts, guys, real quick on this. Bijan Robinson is going to rock the number 7 in Atlanta. Do you guys have any issue with that, or is it just like such a different era it doesn't matter?
Nah, don't do it. That's my thing.
I know.
No, maybe he can do it because he's a running back, but a quarterback, I would say no. But maybe he can do it. Maybe.
I know, like that's the only like little bit difference. But to me, I say leave it alone. But you better be a playmaker. Definitely be ready to make plays. But I think I don't know. I just don't really like it. But I do understand that in the NFL they don't really retire numbers anymore because there's just only so many numbers. So
for sure.
They do their little Ring of Honor thing, but they don't really ever put the number away. So, I guess somebody's got to wear it. But I kind of didn't like that. So, just my thoughts there. Moms, though, she says there were 4 guys left in the room and 3 didn't bother to show the next day. The 4th said he wanted the experience and embraced it. Okay, that's what's up. I didn't realize there were so many left over. So that's cool. I guess it wasn't as bad as like Aaron Rodgers' year because at a couple years back they used to only invite like a few. Now they invite a little bit more. So Anthony West says Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams next year. If Cardinals get 1 and 2, they have 3 third-round picks next year. Dang, so see that's why Anthony Weston is our GM because he's not only considering this year's draft. You know what I'm saying? He's considering projecting in the future. He's got that long-term strategy. And I did want to shout him out. We put him on the slide here. A special shout out to him as our resident GM and for submitting his mock draft. We appreciate your input so much. So definitely wanted to give you a quick shout out on that one, brother. But this is a prime example. You know what I'm saying? He's showing up. He's giving us evidence right here of why he is the Say Like a Champ GM.
That's him, man.
That's what's up. Ugg likes it, though, because he says my Cardinals need a lot of help. So,
hey, I think we talked about that. Hey, what's the tie to the Cardinals, though? Like, why you like the Cardinals so much? I wanted to ask you that. Maybe you could put in the chat, like, why you like them. Yeah,
let us know on that because it's so funny. Even so many people from here are still not even really Cardinals fans too much. But but that's what's up. But that's pretty much NFL. Only other thing, Latavius Murray went to the Bills. You know what I'm saying? That's not too exciting, but hopefully he can kind of bounce back. Last year was not so great for him. And I think that's about it. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on, keep this train rolling, and get into our next topic. right, NBA talk. Oh, I didn't advance the slide. My bad. NBA talk. So today it was announced Joel Embiid, most valuable player. So congratulations to Joel Embiid. You know, it was really down to him and Jokic, but it was, you know, I think they wanted some freshmen. You know, they couldn't do it 3 times in a row. I think that's kind of what it came down to for me. But the numbers they speak for themselves there. 33 points a game, 10 rebounds, and the scoring champ.
That's big, dude. That's a lot of points, dog. Average 33. He was balling this year.
Yeah, and he plays defense. Too. At least he's a defensive presence. So so I liked it. Strizzy, what did you think about the MVP?
I think it was well deserved. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you wanted to give it to Joker for a third time, you kind of hope you don't, but it's also warranted. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm glad Joel finally got it because I felt he deserved it last year. You know what I mean? So, well deserved to him. I think he definitely earned it, man. He's done everything that he can over these last couple of years to keep this team afloat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really has. So hats off to him, man.
Yeah. No, I feel it. It's funny, though. Unc does mention Embiid is hurt, and the timing couldn't be better, right? For him to win his MVP after he's been, you know, so close and seeking after it, but he did miss game 1. But we'll talk about the playoff series in just a little bit, too. So we'll kind of talk about where they're at with that. But Anthony Weston says, Joker is just kind of changing my mind about him. Congratulations, Embiid, but I see why Joker would have won. I think so, too. I mean, but I think it's just people like a new story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do. They do.
You know, and sometimes people also get into like most deserving too. Sorry, I just see Pops is let's see here. Okay.
Come on, Pops. We can't show that. Pops have to stop this. Pops. I know you don't like to be wrong, but he's the MVP.
Yes, he's the MVP. You gotta give him some credit, Pops. You gotta give him some credit.
Come on, Pops. I know you don't. I know your boy light-skinned Thunder left. But you have to stop this.
Oh my gosh! All right, some other quick NBA news and before we get into these playoff matchups. Our boy Dylan Brooks, he went from this to this. Grizz have already made it clear that they're not going to re-sign Dylan Brooks after his whole villain/not villain/ whatever routine. But if you haven't seen Strizzy's Instagram, go check out his Instagram. He got the villain dance up there and on the Stay Like a Champ Instagram. That was really dope. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? I think he'll land somewhere, but I think it is kind of funny.
I think it's more to the story. I don't think it's because he wasn't doing the interviews with the media. It has to be something else. Maybe it happened on the background that we don't know about. It'll come out later on. But I think he'll be a Laker next year.
That'd be a great plot twist. You know, I could see something like that. Kind of like a Patrick Beverley type of thing, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Strizzy?
Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of funny. It's like he kind of annoys me a little bit, but I was like, I could see him on Miami. He kind of fits that Miami ruggedness, culture. So I was like, I don't want to talk too much shit because he'll be on my team later.
Right.
But yeah, man, I think all of it kind of just. I think he talked a little too much. And then when it was time for him to talk, he didn't want to no more, right? Like, and then the whole then everything was just not talking to the media. And then I feel like he painted himself as the villain. And then when he finally started to become a villain, his feelings got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was just a lot of everything. And then because dudes, no one expects Dylan Brooks to be the savior for Memphis, right? So people are talking about how he played, how he shot horribly. I'm like. You know what I'm saying? No one expected him to be Ja. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
He could have turned the whole thing around. He could have turned the whole thing around. He could have got the interview and be like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to say that." What y'all want me to say? He could have turned the whole thing around and made it funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we lost the better team. You could have been like, "It's LeBron James." What you want me to say when we playing against them? I'm gonna say something like that.
Supposed to say I'm scared.
Yeah, he could have. Exactly. But he's not saying anything. He messed his stuff up, man.
Exactly. Anthony said the best down there. He said Dylan is not the only one to blame, and he's not. He's really not. The whole team, didn't really play well. I think I hate to go back to it, but I think John Morant's whole thing that a couple months ago, a month or two ago, I think that really helped team chemistry and kind of hurt things in the kind of long run. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot really hurt that team this year.
Yeah, I feel you. And I feel Anthony Weston too, but Dylan made himself an easy scapegoat.
Oh yeah, 100.
So, Anthony also says you could see him be on the Warriors or Lakers, like Marcus said.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know, but I think there's definitely a place for him in the NBA somewhere. But I think he learned a little lesson too. So
of course.
All right. So we're gonna say goodbye to these teams so far, and I think the biggest prize for me is Milwaukee. But we're moving on to round 2 of the playoffs. Anything you guys want to kind of say as we send these teams fishing or whatever, however they say it, for now about our first round playoff losses?
Yeah, Cavs need to take a real look at Donovan Mitchell and see if it's worth keeping him or moving him for a lot of pieces and picks.
Gotcha.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think that they maybe could, but the thing is, they just did that for him too. So I don't know.
I know, but I don't know, man. Shaq might be right about the dude. I don't agree with Shaq a lot, but like he might be right about Donovan Mitchell, man.
Yeah, for sure. Unk says John not worried about the West, but maybe he should have kept quiet. Anthony West says, I told you, Strizzy, remember when you thought it was over when Hero went down? That's true. Anthony West did have faith. I still think I don't know if you guys saw it too, but I don't know if your thoughts on like when they asked Giannis, like, was your year a failure? And he's like, no, you know what I mean? He's like, why you asking me that? You know, that's a stupid question, basically. But I get where they're coming from too. It's like you expected a lot more out of this team, best NBA, best record in the NBA. Yeah, number 1 seed, like I thought better of them, but I'm glad that it was the Heat, though. I'm glad it was your boy Strizzy. That's what's up.
Too. I think when it comes down to it, I think I might have mentioned this last week. It's the reason why I'm so hard on Miami is the fact that we were so injured all year. So like our record doesn't reflect how good we are. We're the same team we were last year. We were the number 1 seed last year. So if they could have lost to anybody, a healthy Miami team would have been the team. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention we match up well with them. But I was worried because Milwaukee was the better team, right. and we just lost Tyler Hero, who's our second leading scorer on the squad. So it's one of those things where it's like when you look at it, it's like, oh, the 8th seed beat the number 1 seed, but it's also Miami. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the Lakers. Like a healthy Lakers team is a dangerous team. Like we shouldn't be that surprised that they beat the Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? Because they were healthy. AD's healthy, playing well. LeBron's playing well. They made trades at the deadline to really move some pieces around. So it's surprising, but it's really not that surprising. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy we're moving on, and I'm glad we got the Knicks.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of it, let's give a quick update. It's 77-76 at the end of the third quarter. Heat are up, and
it's actually 82-81.
Oh, 82. Oh, the third quarter started already. My bad.
Yeah, no, fourth quarter started already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta refresh my thing quicker. A
Yeah,
couple things over here. Pop says heard Mavericks are interested in Middleton. That'd be something very solid. Anthony Weston, I like this, says the season was a failure, but he's not. Kobe said every year he didn't win a championship was a waste of year. That's that normal mentality.
Yeah, Kobe different.
Unk says Kyrie asked for a trade earlier today to the Lakers. I didn't hear about this. So
it was on the front row. Was it game 7?
Yeah, game 7. He was at the.
Yeah, he was hanging out. I did see.
Game 6.
Game 6. Yeah, it was that game 7. That game 7 mentality is what it was. So
yeah.
But all right, we'll see. But peace out to them. Also, though, I do want to say a special shout out to the Kings. I feel bad. I really thought that they were going to make it through the Warriors, how they were playing. But that was a special year for them. Still, maybe not a failure since they hadn't made the playoffs in so long. So.
Bro, so Bonds just plays the way he did in the regular season. They move on.
Right.
He didn't play well at all that series.
Looney had 20 rebounds, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
He definitely that's a great. I didn't think about it like that, but that's a great point. He was the difference. So, let's go to the Western Conference though, and let's talk about the series that are going on now. We have one series that's way ahead of the other. We have the Nuggets Suns. And the Nuggets are up 2-0 last night. They outlasted the Suns in a low-scoring game. Strizzy, is it over? What are you thinking?
Suns don't have the depth, man. Honestly, like it's I think with the KD trade, I think everyone was super excited about it, and they should have been, right? It makes a lot of sense. The problem with it though is they literally gave up all of their depth, which made the Suns so special the last 2 years. Right, their depth that's gone. So you got KD right now at the age that he's at, playing 42 minutes in the game. Devin Booker's playing 44 minutes in the game. CP3's playing 38. You know what I mean? Like those guys
and he is hurt too.
Exactly. Not to mention you get 6 points from your bench. 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like that in the first series too. As the Clippers, like the bench is just they're not getting any production, and I feel like they didn't have. I feel like Monty didn't have enough time to kind of play with. To play with the roster, matchups and rotations and stuff like that, that he would have liked. And you're seeing it now, you know what I'm saying? So I just, and the Nuggets depth is exactly what the Suns depth was, 2 years ago. So it's not, you're seeing their 2 best players playing extremely well. There's 2 other starters that are also averaging double digits. And I just feel like the Suns just don't have enough. They have to win both home games to keep it alive. And I just feel like they're going to split it. I feel like Nuggets are going to steal one of them. And if they do, it's a wrap.
I think Anthony sent me a thing today that Chris Paul's not playing game 3 or 4.
Dang.
So
yeah,
they about to get swept.
Yeah.
I think, especially
without
KD.
KD, he going to win one game by himself. He going to hit at least 50.
See, right? But remember we said that before when he was with the Nets that one year, and he I don't know.
You're right.
No, I think between him and Booker, they should have to maybe go off for one at home. I think this game 3 is really pivotal. But if they lose game 3, that's going to be a tough hill to climb.
So people was asking before if they don't go to the win a championship, not even go, but win, it's a busted year. So y'all think getting beat, even though I think they don't get beat because the Nuggets are a better team, is it a wasted year, or you think they got to spend a year together to get that chemistry maybe going for them to go better? I just don't think they have enough pieces. I think you have Mikal Bridges. I think you have a defensive guy now. I think you play better, but you gave up so much to get KD. You don't have no bench,
Right.
Yeah. I think what they need to do, because I don't see them winning. I was happy for them. I was like, they can go deep, but Anthony's right. They don't play any defense well. So I think this offseason they got to retool, right? They got to figure out like some more pieces, and they need a new point guard.
Well, I just thought about it too. If Ayton's playing defense and Ayton giving you at least 15, 18, you win too. He's not good, man. I try to give him a little credit and stuff, but he's not good, man.
Bro, there's a picture. So game 1, there's like a little video, and I saw this in real time, and it looked even worse. He's just watching behind the back. But there's 4 Suns players struggling to get this rebound. He's just behind the backboard and just watching with his head up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, dude, it's so bad. Like, act like when you're watching it and it's like particularly on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I was at this. It was just really, really bad, man. Like,
if I'm his position coach, he's grabbing boards and he's dunking every time. Don't lay the ball. Grab the board, dunk. I'm going to pass you, dunk. Do not bring the ball down, leave the ball up high, dunk. Because he does it a lot. He'll grab a rebound, come down, and go back up. Yep. Like, dude, you're the biggest person on the court. Stay up and just dunk it. Like when you dunking the ball, you get people letting people know like, oh, he's strong. But you try to do these little floaters and stuff. You're not a guard. Like I don't understand he's too big for that, man.
He has horrible hands. He loses the ball a lot too. Like he has like really, really bad hands. So it's crazy, man. That's
I think if he play, he's supposed to be part of the big 3. I think if he plays well, it's a different series. Jokic is killing him. Like this is bad.
Yeah. He looks lost too, man. His defensive assignments, he's leaving. He's just making a lot of bad decisions, and they're getting easy baskets at the hoop. And I think you look at the game 7 with AD, right? Look how well AD played. Like don't look at what he did offensively, but like 16, 14, and like 5 blocks. But like even the blocks he didn't make. He was an absolute force. If Ayton can just be that defensively, you know what I mean? Just grab 12 to 14 rebounds a game.
Everything else will take care of itself.
Exactly. Yeah. Just be that presence. Booker and KD will give you 60 every game by themselves. Like they have been. But he just, for whatever reason, he sucks, man. He's so bad. Like you're too big to be this bad. I'm sorry. It's frustrating watching him play.
I do think it's difficult, though. I mean, that like for the Suns now to kind of change things up. honestly, because like how Marcus, you were saying, like, okay, so let's say hypothetically they go out this round. Where do they go from here? And I feel like the teams that are playing better are moving away from the big three type of mentality. It's more the depths, it's more the spread out teams that are actually playing better.
Exactly.
Even the Lakers sneakily now they were able to kind of switch from that big three to now, okay, they traded away pieces to get depth, and so the Suns, if they try to just run it back with CP3, I mean, now he's got to be done pretty soon here, right? I mean, even if he has one more year, you try to run it back with CP3, Booker, and KD, and then some veteran minimums around them. I don't see how it's going to be any different, than what we're seeing right now. I don't know. So I think they're kind of in a tough spot. I feel like this was their big time to strike, but it's looking like it's not going to work out.
But that's why Devin Booker he's not that superstar that people try to make him as, because he's a great scorer, great offensive player, but he don't do anything else.
Yeah.
He's not a good passer. He's not a good defender like that. Like Kobe was a scorer and a defender. Jordan was a scorer and defender. LeBron in his prime with the Heat, he could play defense. You're not going to see even Dwayne Wade, Devin Booker. You're not going to see him blocking on shots or going run down block and stuff like that. He wants the ball. He wants to score the basket. That's
exactly. I can't remember when I said this, but I said this a while ago. I'm like, there are players who are difference makers, right? And there are players who are just scorers, right? And Book is one of those guys who can score 50, but you still might lose. You know what I mean? Donovan Mitchell's like that too. He might score 50. He might score 72. You still might lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have those guys like Kobe, like you said, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Michael Jordan, like those players. They played so well defensively as well.
They play defense.
Yeah, exactly. Like those guys, like they make a difference. They don't have to score 50 to blow you out. You know what I'm saying? Like if they put up 30 and they end up with 3 steals, a couple of blocks, and that stuff too, like they were difference makers. That's what makes them superstars. And Book's an all-star, but he ain't a superstar. Not my opinion.
No. Gotcha. All right, well, let's move on to that. So that series, they're having a little bit of a rest, and the next game is on Friday here in the Valley. So that should be a rocking scene, and that's really why they got to, try to save their season, because I think definitely if they go down 3-0, it's going to be rough. But the next series that's starting in just a little bit here tonight, we got Warriors-Lakers, another Steph Curry versus LeBron matchup in the playoffs. This time not the finals, though. It's been a long time since the finals, but I don't have too many thoughts on this series until I see this game tonight. Like I'm kind of like I think that it could go either way. But Marcus, you always give me something to hold on to as a Lakers fan. What are your thoughts on this series?
I want the Lakers to win this series, but I'm picking the Warriors to win this series if AD don't show up. Like
if AD played like he played in the first round.
Yeah, if he shows up, he don't have to play every game, but he has to play most of it. At least put against the Warriors, you're gonna have one bad game. The rest of them, you got to score at least 25 and up. He does that, you guys win the series. But if he plays like 2 or 3 games, he only scoring 12, 13 points. It's not gonna work with them, So it's all on AD for this series to me. So if he plays well, you guys win. So we'll see how it goes. But history shows itself. He don't show up all the time. So.
Right. I like though Unca's agreeing there. He said if AD decides to play, Lakers win. Strizzy, what do you think about the matchup?
LeBron plays very confident anytime he plays against the Warriors, right? Like he's always played very confident against his team, no matter where he was at, right? So I think we agree that AD does have to play very, very well. But honestly, if AD just plays like he did in that game 7, they'll be fine.
Game 6, yeah.
Yeah, my fault. Game 6, yeah. The Warriors are a small team too. You know what I mean? Like they're very small. So I feel like they're gonna have a really hard time with Anthony Davis if he just decides to play. But I think look for LeBron. Like I'm looking at LeBron to maybe average 30 this series because he does. He plays very well against the Warriors. He always has. And even though he's not playing on Miami or even though he's not playing on the Cavs. You know what I mean? Like, no different. Like, he's just a little older, obviously, but, like, LeBron can still hoop, and I think he'll play very, very well against his team. He always does.
I love it. I definitely hope he does, too. I think AD is the key as well, but, I don't know. Anthony Weston, though, fellow Laker fan, he says, what I will say is that this is a better matchup for the Lakers than the Kings. Warriors core is older. Yeah. I do think so, but their core is older, but they have that experience too. So I don't know, but also so Anthony Weston says Warriors have no matchup for a motivated AD.
Yep.
So,
but he got to be motivated.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if he's motivated. I hope he is. I definitely hope he is, and I hope that they can at least split in Golden State for these first 2 games. I think if they have one in hand coming home, I think that'll be great. So that's what
I got Lakers winning game 1 because I think the Warriors gonna be a little tired, so they should get game 1.
That might be a good difference too if the Lakers don't come out rusty. That'll be great because they did get a couple extra days of rest. So, and I know that they will have a little bit of a plan for them. Curry, though, we got to give it to him. In his game 7 went off for 50. That's his 3, which is pretty cool. But also the fact that he needed that, you know what I'm saying? The fact that they needed that type of hero Curry already this early in the playoffs, maybe they're not as deep as they were last year. So
Poole's not playing well either.
Yeah. Unk says this may be Draymond's last playoffs with the Warriors, and if D'Lo and Rui play well, it's a good matchup. I like Rui a lot. I think he was hitting some threes, playing some defense last year, so we'll see. All right, let's hit the East real quick. And we already talked a little bit about the Heat and the Knicks, but let's do you want to do another update? Let me see if
commercial break is tied up 93-93.
Dang, so it's gonna be a close one. About 6 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
I'm hoping we can pull it out and just steal 2 from the Knicks in New York. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think if that's the case, y'all are on your way to the Eastern Conference Finals for sure.
Yeah,
even despite the injuries, but also Jimmy, he's playing, but he rolled his ankle. He's okay, right? Or
no, he's not playing. He's out.
Or no, he's not playing. Okay.
Yeah, he's not playing. They sat him. I think they felt that they felt we were okay enough to try to roll without him for a game since we stole game 1. So I think he could have gone tonight, but I think Spo's trying to give him some rest.
Oh wow, okay. The way they were playing, because I thought he was doubtful. I knew he was doubtful, but the way they were playing, I was like, oh, maybe he did play. So
squad's just doing well.
That's pretty big then.
And the Knicks got Randall back, so they're playing at full strength right now. We're still hanging in there. So we get Jimmy back. I think we got it.
That's what's up. Okay. So we'll definitely be watching for that one. The other one here, the other 2 teams left in the East, we got 76ers, Celtics, and the 76ers, they stole game 1. Yeah, behind a flashback performance from James Harden without Embiid, the MVP. So I know that Pops was hoping they would get swept. It doesn't look like they're going to get swept. At least not anymore. I wonder what happens if the Celtics are able to right the ship. What are you guys' thoughts on that matchup?
I think they right the ship. It was kind of fun watching Harden play that, kind of flashback Harden. Even he said he was like, I ain't got that hot in a long time or whatever, you know what I mean? But I just feel like he's kind of past that point where he can sustain it, you know what I'm saying? But in Celtics, man, anytime the Celtics lose, if you're a sports betting person, you take the Celtics at +11 the next game because they probably gonna win game 2 by a lot. Just saying, they come back real hard. So, but it was cool, man. Harden looked fresh. He looked good that game. He was killing it.
But the Celtics, it's a must win for them though.
Oh yeah.
Y'all look, if it's about 1 point by 2 points, they in trouble because they don't play good. Like Tatum don't play well when he's back against the wall. He don't go up. So they have to win this game. They lose this game. I'm not saying it's gonna be a sweep, but they in a lot of trouble. They're gonna be harder than they thought they would because to me, they get past this round, the next round gonna be a little easier for them. I think they're hard. So they don't need to be playing around with this Sixers team.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that. I do think that if the Sixers are able to go up and maybe Embiid will come back, feeling a little fresh. But I do think the fact that they swept the first round and they had that extra time that did give Harden a little chance to kind of get fresh for this game.
Yeah.
But it'll be a long series. I do think it'll be a battle. Anthony Weston says Boston is very wishy-washy, but he also says Miami should feel good against any of these teams left, and I kind of agree too. I feel like it does.
He can come back.
What's
that?
He can back.
They're saying he can come back for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh,
yeah,
that's funny. And Stephanie says, "My dog here is yours."
My mom just got home, so of course they started going off or whatever.
Started going crazy. That's what's up, though. Yes, definitely got to take care of our four-legged family members too. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think that the Heat, they've been there, done that. It would be crazy as an 8 seed if they make it all the way through the East. That would be super dope.
Crazy.
I want to see a Miami Laker rematch at 7 and 8. How dope would that be, dog?
That would be tight. Outside the bubble this time.
Oh, that would be dope. I actually do want to see it. Like, it's not even just because like those are our squads. Like, I think that would be a really legit rematch. 8th seed and a 7th seed going at it for like probably the first time ever. Like, that would be dope.
If that happened, they need to go back to the bubble. Let's get this rematch going.
Back to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Disneyland?
Hey, we need to get the media passes for that one then so we can get down there too. That would be super legit.
That would be tight.
But all right, that's what's up. Well, I think that's all we have for NBA talk. We did our playoff matchups. So yeah, we'll roll ahead. We'll roll into what's next. Other sports, we have Judge. He's going to the IL. And then also somebody coming back from the IL, Tatis. He has made his debut, and he did so in a victory for San Diego. So that's what's up. But baseball, basically a month in, and it's cruising along, but we still got a while before we get too excited. We'll check in a little bit heavier around All-Star break. You see what's going on, see who's leading the home run races and things like that. But until then, we'll just kind of mention some different things. On the golf side of things, Marcus, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Jim Furyk was named U.S. president, for the President's Cup, U.S. captain. Is it past his time? You know what I'm saying, or is this long overdue, or how did you feel about this?
Well, the captain, he's not going to play, so he's just going to get his team together. He's like a coach, so
right.
He was a great player. You know what I'm saying? He's still on senior tour right now. He's doing this thing. I think he's going to be great for him. It's something new, so I think everybody knew he's going to get it, so it's not like a surprise. But I think he's good. Like I said, he can help the guys. You know what I'm saying? He's a player's coach pretty much. So I think it'd be good. I always liked him as a player too, so it'd be good. That's what's
up. Also on the golf side, I wanted to give a shout out to Tony Finau, winning the Mexico Open. That's his 4th title in the past 9 months, so he's definitely been on a little bit of a hot streak. And also, I did get the chance to meet him when I was working at Nike, and he was super dope. Yeah, like he was one of the coolest, like most down to earth. And I love that he always has his family around him. So I always root for him. I think he's super dope, and I'm glad to see him succeeding like that. So,
did you know who he was when you came in the store?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, it was cool, man. But yeah, a lot of times, that was during TPC. So like when certain things were going on, though, they'd have different people come through the store or whatever. Or like during spring training, a lot of different people will come through the store. And if you're a Nike athlete, they get basically like comps. So they'll like have somebody email ahead and be like, oh, they're gonna come through. Like this is how much they're good for, basically. And they get to go shop. It was gangster. Like that was fun times whenever anybody would come in like that. So yeah, he was a really cool guy. Anthony Weston mentions the Royals are 7-21. Yeah, they're really bad. It's been hard to watch them play, but hopefully they'll get back. Unk mentions Brittany Griner. Did you guys see her little announcement or anything like that?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
She had like a press conference and she came out. She's got the braids are gone and everything like that, so she's got a new look she's rocking, and she is back to practicing. And I think the Mercury is pretty soon. I think maybe like 2 weeks away from their season opener.
Soon, yeah.
So we'll have to check in with that. But I kind of want to go to check out a Mercury game. I wonder if it'll be hype since she's kind of coming back, but I don't know. We'll see. What else we got here? Anything? I think only a couple more things. Oh, we talked about Man City versus Arsenal last week. Oh, Man City beat Arsenal 4-1. So that was big. That was big trouble for my boys. Looks like they might not be a chance to win the title anymore because Man City kind of controls their own destiny. If they win the rest of their games, then they will win the title. So that really kind of sucked. But also I want to mention this dude, Erling Haaland. It's his first year at Man City, but he broke the record for goals in a 38-game season. He's already scored, I think it's 40 goals. So pretty crazy on that. And then also my Avalanche got beat in the first round by the Seattle Kraken. And that's the Seattle Kraken's first ever playoff series.
Yeah.
This is their second year now, their first ever playoff series. So, shout out to them. Congrats to them, I guess. But I was really hoping that the Avs would do a little bit better. They didn't seem destined to defend their Stanley Cup title. I'm happy that they got it last year, but it sucks to see them go out in the first round like that. So, yeah. Mom's mentioned that Brittany Griner was at the Met Ball last night. You'll have to see her outfit. I don't know. I was kind of not feeling it. So, but I'm definitely not a fashionista like the Met Gala type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Better not, dog. We don't do that, man.
Yeah. So I don't really know all that, but I wasn't really feeling it. Anthony says you see Van Leaf went to LSU girls basketball. Yeah. So they're gonna she's gonna team up with Angel Reese to try to go back to back. So
you think they can do it?
I don't know. I think maybe so because I just feel like sometimes in women's NCAA, it seems like teams go on runs sometimes. They do kind of go back to back. So maybe so. We'll see. I think that's it, though. I think we talked about all of our topics today, and we did it kind of in record time. That's what's up. Anything you guys want to discuss or bring up before we kind of close this? Oh,
all right.
Yeah. Skipper. Or maybe we should do, I don't know. I don't have any quiz ready or anything like that.
Let's go for the record, dog. We can go for the record. We can go early, man. You know how it goes.
I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave it right there. I'm excited for is the Heat game over yet?
Nah. 4 minutes left.
4 minutes left. Sweet. Okay, so we'll let you enjoy that game 2 victory. And we'll let me prep up for this Lakers game a little bit. And we'll leave it right there. That was episode 192. We'll be back next week. But a lot of good things coming, and we're counting down to episode 200. So very exciting times, and we appreciate y'all rocking with us each and every Tuesday. And it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Struz.
Hey, Taco Tuesday, but today, go get some nachos. You know
there you go.
Let's make it, man.
Peace. Let's do it. Peace.